This is live. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. That's Bambi, by the way. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening. Let's see. Can you hear me? Waiting to see if you can. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Thank you. Yay. Oh, I want to fix my TV so I can see outside with the reflection. Somebody said they said it's distracting to them to see like cars driving by in the reflection, but I kind of like my front yard, there's a lot of wood chips, so you can kind of see the wood chips, and then it's just green from trees and plants and stuff. So but if it's distracting to a ton of people, then obviously that's important to me. But so you can let me know if that's distracting. I think it's cool because it's really a TV, but it's a reflection of nature, on it, so it's better. And plus, that's like a cat tree for my cats. That's also reflected. So anyway, don't want to talk about total trivia at the start. Welcome, welcome. If you don't know, my name is Janet Wright. I am a reader, energy healer, and teacher. Do not read the future. And this is going to be a big group healing for 101 people. I try to make it right at 100, but the bookkeeping gets a little complicated sometimes. But so I will be, during this live stream, I will be giving a group healing to 100 people that have prepaid a nominal fee on my website before it's sold out. And but anybody, including you, are welcome to watch live, even if you've never worked with me before. And you can heal yourself as you watch if you're not one of the people that I'm healing. I mean, even if you are one of the people I'm healing, you can also heal yourself at the same time. You won't mess it up. But you could just relax and chill out and receive the healing too. The theme is love life, which is really cool. I don't think that we've done it before. I think we've done lots of like self-love, heart chakra, self-love, motivation, self-esteem, all that kind of thing, but just love life, the whole thing of, having a relationship with somebody, the energy of that. I don't think we've done a triplet set on it. So this should be cool. Very cool. So a triplet set is a set of 3 healings within 5 days, on Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. And this is day 1. This is the Friday healing. So welcome, welcome. And I want to give the geeky country count of where the 101 people are, but I don't have it written out. So for memory, we have people from US, Qatar, UK, Indonesia, Canada, Spain, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, and that may be everybody. If it's not, I apologize. So hi everybody. Hello to all the 101 people that I'll be healing. And there is there are a couple sub themes too, in addition to love life. Oh, and this healing is good even if, why heal your love life? Say if you have a relationship and it's going fine, would you need to heal your love life energy? I think in spiritual growth, you can do a lot of stuff just because it'll help you in some way. It may not be like the biggest need that you have in your life, but if it's not, congratulations, that's pretty cool. But I think working the energy of your love life can help you not only in this life, but in your future lifetimes. So that's good. Also, it can just help you overall because we are going to be clearing out past stuff from past love life experiences in this life and past lives. So it's pretty likely that you have some leftover something somewhere that's a little messy, that may be weighing you down or just keeping you less present and less joyful, even just a little bit. So definitely a good area to clear for that reason. And if you don't have a partner and you would like to have a partner, obviously, then you're probably already more naturally motivated to heal your love life energy. So this is for you too, of course. um, I don't read the future, and I'm not, this is not like do this healing and you'll find the man of your dreams tomorrow or the woman of your dreams tomorrow. That's not that's not what this is. This is, I mean, it could help you to manifest things faster. Like say if you're holding yourself back or you're stuck somehow or burdened somehow, and that is slowing down your manifesting, it could definitely help. It could also, a lot of times people have inner imbalances that attract them to people that are not compatible with them. So we'll be exploring that too. I'll probably talk about that, about how love is one thing, but compatibility is a different thing. So you can love somebody that you're not long-term compatible with, and therefore, you kind of bring out each other's weaknesses instead of, complementing each other really well, like helping to make each other happy. So you can have inner imbalances, like I said, that attract you to people that you're not compatible with. And so obviously that would be healthy to get rid of those inner imbalances so that you're not sort of self-defeating in your love life. And even, when is the time of life when most people are classically self-defeating in love life would be early in life, hopefully later on in years. People self-correct, but that's not always true. Sometimes it's throughout the lifetime that people don't do the self-transformation necessary to self-correct with that, and they continue to attract and be attracted to people who are not compatible with them. So definitely a good idea to work on this. And but anyway, like I said, even if you have a nice partner now, we can still help your next life so that maybe you don't have those early hot mess relationships, in your next life. So there's a lot of good reasons, I would say, to work this. Plus, okay, so now for the hidden sub-theme. There's one sub-theme that's obvious, but I'm going to talk about the hidden one first. The not hidden, but I didn't announce it in the email that I sent to every participant last night. Just because I thought this would be more fun to just say it now. So, okay, I'm going to call them manipulations just because I feel like that's a more friendly, level-headed way to refer to it. But I think love life is one of those areas in which it can bring out significant imbalances in other people. And so people can become very manipulative because of love life issues. I'll give you a super innocent example. Well, at the time, I'm sure I wouldn't have thought it was super innocent, but when I was, I don't know, 16, 17, something like that, I was in this orchestra because anyway, long story, but I was in this orchestra with a group of kids the same age, and there was this guy who was a tuba player, and I thought he was really adorable. And I think maybe he thought I was cute too. So that was really cool. But there was this girl who I thought was a friend of mine. And she, I guess, knew that I thought the tuba player was cute. And she told me that the tuba player has this really long-term girlfriend. They've been girlfriend and boyfriend for years. And she said it like, oh, isn't that a bummer? That's, that's what he told me. And so I just accepted that. I never talked to the tuba player. That was that. So I ended up dating um, this bass player in the orchestra who he wasn't all that. I really liked the tuba player. But I was told by my friend that the tuba player was, unavailable, right? It wasn't until later when I'm dating the bass player, I don't know, a year later, that I actually finally talked to the tuba player and found out he had no girlfriend and had not had a girlfriend, and that was a complete lie. And I finally realized it was because this friend of mine, this girl, she liked the tuba player, and I guess she didn't have a chance with him or something. He didn't like her, so she just told me this lie so that I wouldn't date him. Which is like so, whatever. So we're going to call that a manipulation, right? So psychically, what happened when she told me that lie about, this big long story about how, oh, they have this long-term relationship, he's off limits. She subconsciously consciously she planned a lie to tell me, right? But subconsciously on a spirit level, she placed pieces of energy in my chakras so that I wouldn't even double check it with the tuba player. I never even went up to him and asked him if it was true. I didn't at all, until much, 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 much later. So when it was too late. So she had placed, on a subconscious level, she placed energy in my 5th chakra and my 7th chakra, blocking me from even communicating with him, blocking me from even questioning, was that true or not? So anyway, you can call that black magic, you can call that witchcraft, you can call that whatever. My issue with terms like black magic or witchcraft or whatever is that they typically evoke fear and kind of this sense of helplessness, like, oh, it's black magic, oh my goodness, whereas it was just pieces of energy. If I knew how to meditate back then and I meditated regularly, I would have been more present. It wouldn't have been so easy to, just put these big chunks of energy in my chakras. And so it probably wouldn't have worked. I probably would have just walked right up to the guy and asked him. And he would have said, no, who told you that? But it totally worked. Yeah. So anyway, that's my little example of how love life is one of those spaces where in this life and in past lives, it's possible that you have been a party to manipulations. Either you've done that to other people, maybe in a past life when you weren't so evolved, or, maybe, when you were a kid, you couldn't date the tuba player because someone messed with your chakras. So the point is not to, go back to high school and date the tuba player. The point is to get rid of the old manipulations that could be burdening and blocking you to this day from communicating, from thinking for yourself, from feeling joy, from being spontaneous and doing what you want. So that's the idea. So that's going to be a sub-theme, and we're gonna put that in all 3 of these healings: Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. So the theme is love life, but also removing manipulations and, calling back manipulations if you've done any to other people in past lives, just to clean things up so that you're free. You're more, you're free. You don't have these manipulations in your energy field. So I could, I'm sure I could get a lot more viewers on YouTube if I put black magic or something in the title, but I really don't. I feel like those terms are very counterproductive, and it's just a lot of phobias. So we're just gonna, be removing little pieces of energy in your aura, your chakras, your grounding, wherever, because that's what black magic or witchcraft or all that stuff is. Like how it works technically is just little devices or pieces of energy in your chakras or your aura or your grounding somewhere in your energy field. So we're going to be removing that stuff as we work on love life. And that's not the only way we're going to help you with your love life, but that's part of it. So I thought that was cool. And thank you to my angels for reminding me about the tuba player, because it's not like that's a story I think of every day or anything. So that's cool. The other sub-theme that is not a secret is on Tuesday, as part of the Tuesday healing, we'll incorporate home healing and, healing your home, doing projects around the home related projects, home maintenance, home organizing, all that good stuff, home cleaning, yada yada, home decorating. We'll help you clear blocks and stuff about that. And I think the home healing relates to love life. We can clear out energy that maybe from old love life baggage that's in your home, from you or from other people that used to live in your home. But the home healing sub-theme for Tuesdays is something that I'll be doing in all the triplet sets through the end of 2020. So the September, October, November, and December triplet sets will also have that in the Tuesday healing. They'll have that sub-theme of home healing. And I explained it last month, but I won't be directly healing everybody's homes, just because there are 101 people that I'm healing. And I did that last year. I did heal 100 homes last year, and it was a bit much for me to do. The backlash was a bit much. Just it caused a little bit too big of a wave in the world spiritually. So I will just heal you guys in specific ways and then walk you through so that you're more able to do home projects and home healing. And then I'll walk you through some kind of walkthrough where you are healing your home during the Tuesday healing. And I did get really fun. Thank you for people that have that replied to the survey for last month's triplet, the Tuesday survey, because I did get some very interesting result reports about the home healing. People being able to organize or clean or do something, or just maybe too, some people that clean constantly, they were able to relax and stop cleaning constantly. So it was a good sort of balancing effect for people. So that was nice. And of course we'll be doing fundamental stuff like chakra repair, aura repair, chakra aligning, because you can have, generally if you have too much energy blocks up here, then your chakras get misaligned, and so they're not like literally in a straight up and down sort of relaxed pattern. They're more like pool balls. They got knocked out of whack, so there'll be one a little over to this side, one a little over to this side, one a little over to this side, one over to that side. So it'll be aligning people's chakras and unblocking up here to kind of take the pressure off. Also, I noticed when I was looking, I looked at everybody yesterday, one at a time. I noticed this pattern of being avoidant, and I don't know if it's because we were about to do the love life healing. I think not, because I looked at some of my neighbors, just for comparison, and it seems like everybody's a little more avoidant right now on a spirit level. Not everybody, but people that don't really work their energy and don't like geek out about clearing energy blocks all the time. So there must be something astrologically that is leading people to be a little extra avoidant. So we're gonna definitely nip that in the bud. Being avoidant on a spirit level really gets you in trouble. Basically, it means that there are ways that you're stuck and you just kind of push them aside, like, oh, that's not really happening. Oh, that's not happening. Oh, I don't really need to work on that. Oh. And you get like these big piles of baggage, which then tunes you out. So we're gonna that doesn't work on a spirit level. So that'll be a nice sub theme too, is clearing avoidance, just to get everyone like rah, because you're just so much more efficient if you're not avoidant. You just get stuck and clear it, get stuck and clear it, bam, 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 keep going. Otherwise, if you're avoidant, you like create these piles of things you're avoiding, and then you tune out, and then you just like basically go in circles. It's just so unproductive. So, and not enjoyable. So that'll be a sub theme. So, yep. I think that's what I wanted to talk about before we start. Let me look at people's hellos also before we start real quickly, and then we can start. Oh, as far as sort of a sales note, I guess, of how these group healings are selling. A couple of them are sold out, but there is still like 11 or 13 spots left, I think, for the Healing Masterclass in next month, the September Healing Masterclass, which is on the third Sunday of the month. That theme is, I wanted to say work-life balance, but no, I think that's what is coming up this month. So I'll have to look it up. Oh gosh, yeah, healthy family boundaries. So there are actually a couple spots left for that, which is fascinating because I mean that's one that anyone could use. And of course, it's one of those things where too, like even if you have some fantastically respectful family that doesn't get in your space at all for any reason, you may have had past lives where you've had some family issues. So but most people have some kind of boundary issues with their family. So it's a great thing to work. Because even if you get along, you can get in each other's space. So anyway, there are a couple spots left for that. And the October healings, those go up on my website on the 15th of this month. And if you need like news emails every now and then to orient you to what the heck's going on, I don't always send them, but I do sometimes send news emails. So you could, if you don't get my news emails, you can email me, janet@janetwrightreadings.com, and just ask to be put on that list. It's okay if you've never actually paid me any money before. I could still send you news emails. Just, introduce yourself. Be like, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I like this video that you do, and please send me your news emails. Just some little greeting. Okay, cool. So let me see my hellos. Thank you so much. I love, you guys that know me know I like my little hearts and flowers and smiley faces. So been waiting for this, Janet, and hi Janet and everyone. Looking forward to the session. Hi all. Hi Janet, we can hear you. Mushrooms and flowers and smileys. Yes. Hi, flower. Hi Janet, yes, we hear you. A frog and a flower and prayer hands. Yes. Hello Janet. Thank you so much for being you. Yeah, it's the only option I have, so you're welcome, I guess. So it says, I'm still working, so can't listen, but just wanted to log in and say hi. Well, hello. Hi Janet, your cat is adorable. Smiley face and hearts. Yes, she is. That's Bambi. She's a cutie. I trapped her in Chicago. She was an abandoned stray cat in Chicago, basically like literally starving. I trapped her in 2006 in the winter, in it was like December, and that year we had like already two extreme. This was like the second extreme cold period that we were having. And I, used a humane trap and trapped her. In Chicago, there are so many strays. I mean, you put out a trap, you'll definitely trap a cat. Anyway, so that's how I got Bambi and Zen, actually. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Hi, Janet. Thank you, everyone, for my hearts and flowers. I really appreciate it. The little girl in me really likes the hearts and the flowers. Okay. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment as I recenter myself just real briefly and quickly say hello to everybody. I have a list up in front of me in case you don't know. I can read people based on their first and last name if I know that. So I have the 101 people. I have everyone all charted out, first and last name, so I can kind of glance around at everybody. So I just want to do that for like a minute and a half, and then I'm going to start the healing. I may not talk for like the first 30 seconds that I'm healing everybody, but then of course I will talk. So just breathe, relax. If you want to journal or something for a sec or have some healthy beverage. Okay, thanks for waiting. So I started the healing, and when you heal yourself, you can use a copy out in front of you and imagine, say, you're grounding. Your grounding would be a connection that is there naturally, but to get a nice big flowing grounding, you would create that consciously. So you just imagine a red or orange or yellow grounding that connects you. It's real wide as your whole aura, connecting you all the way down to the core of the earth. And it could be like a red or orange or yellow waterfall or tree trunk that flows downward. So that would be grounding. And it just strikes me that the grounding could be a lot stronger for everybody. So I'm going to figure out what's up with that. I think part of it is the whole indie grounding. Indie grounding is where you make sure that your grounding is independent. It's just for you. So it doesn't branch off to other people's grounding. So to make sure, you just imagine that outer surface of your grounding that goes all the way down to the core of the earth, and you just double check it with gold light in your hand just to make sure that you melt away any parts where it branches off to other people. Because if it branches off to other people, it's not like, oh, now you both feel better. It's definitely now you both feel worse because you get like a version of all that is blocking them up put into your system. So you both less stable if you do that. So just if you're healing yourself, you can just imagine, the edge of your grounding all the way down the outer edge and just melt away the connections to other people there with gold light. You imagine gold light coming out of your hands. These are hand chakras, big ones in each palm of your hand and smaller ones in each fingertip. And they're going to generate energy no matter what. Even if you don't know you have them, they're still generating energy. If you open them up wider with your intention, so the round opening is bigger and less blocked, then more energy is generated. And then with your intention, you just set them, because they can generate different colors, different vibrations of energy. So you just set them so they generate gold, like a metallic gold color when you're healing, because that is like a declogger. It's like non-resistance. It helps you let go, helps you wash other people out of your space. So I feel like that helped to make the grounding stronger, but I feel like it's still not strong enough. So I'm going to figure that out. So while I'm figuring that out, you can just keep combing through your grounding, washing it out with the gold light from your hands. You can find energy blocks that are in the way of your love life in your grounding, like old love life baggage. Maybe some girl told you a lie about a tuba player when you were in high school. It's just an example. But, maybe there's some kind of just old baggage from an argument, with an old partner or a current partner. Just wash out any baggage, love life related baggage from this life or past lives from your grounding. And you just kind of imagine it. Even if you didn't know it was there, it's still possible that some is there. So you just imagine that you can see a healthy and gentle amount to clear of love life baggage in your grounding, and just go ahead and melt it and wash it out. I think part of why this grounding is not, it's nice, but it could be stronger, is there's scattering going on. People being scattered is sort of an everyday expression that people use. Oh, I feel scattered, right? But it's a very psychic, real thing to be scattered. And what that is I'm gonna keep my glasses on, otherwise things are blurry. When you're scattered, literally, a bunch of you's here, but then parts of you are far away. Parts of you, consciously and subconsciously, just sort of scatter. They go away. And so there's less of you here, so you're less of a sort of force of nature, You get diluted, you get weakened, because parts of you, more and more parts of you are, over here, over there, over here, over there. Why you scatter, if you're triggered, if you're feeling avoidant, if parts of you are overwhelmed, those parts will go away. Yeah. So let's just imagine some far off parts, like stay here, don't go far off to find them. Just, imagine like a copy of little scattered parts of you, and just run gold light through those far off scattered parts of you so that they cannot be so freaked out. And then the gold light will help you heal And then when those parts of you are no longer overwhelmed, they'll naturally come back to you. So you just imagine the far off scattered parts. So that helped. So those scattered parts, they take a little bit of time to come back. So probably within 5 minutes, most of what we helped to come back will be finally make its way back. Like half already is back, but then the other half takes a few minutes to come back. Part of sometimes when people become scattered, they actually go and hide out in a past life that they had, like a positive past life. Like recently, a client of mine was like, "Oh, I have this pipe dream of becoming a rancher, a cattle rancher someday," and I didn't really want to comment on, well, are you meant to be a cattle rancher in this life or not? But what I could clearly see was that when she scatters, that's one of the past lives that she likes to hide out in and just hang out in, is this positive past life that she had as a cattle rancher. So part of her energy just hangs out in the past, in that positive past life. So sometimes when people have this real longing for a certain older culture, it could be a past life that sometimes you hang out in. It could just be a past life that you have, but it could be one that you literally, like when you scatter, like parts of your energy just kind of avoid everything and hide out there, which it's not healthy to hide out, somewhere else. But it happens. Anyway, so there's that. So we dealt with the scattering, and now, and you can always do more of that. You could do some of that every day. But, oh yeah, being avoidant. So I didn't know when I was going to deal with it in this healing. I think we're going to deal with it probably in the Sunday and the Tuesday as well. But it seems like it would strengthen the grounding. So let's do it now. So when you're avoidant, it's typically there can be one or two things that just sort of start you on that pattern, of like, no, ma, that's not happening. That's not there. I don't see that. And then you just avoid a whole bunch of things because you're avoiding that one thing, and it just sort of gets you chasing your tail. So let's do blanket exercise, and we will clear some of the things that are making you most avoidant. So then that way we'll sort of take the power out of that pattern for you. So just imagine a big blanket out in front of you. And it could be a big gold blanket, the color gold, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a rainbow color if you want. And then just dump onto the blanket whatever you're avoiding, whatever you're most avoiding. And you can put the blanket far away from you, like out in front of you, like 40 feet in front of you, because you're avoiding this, so you want to put it far away, right? if that'll make you feel better, you can put the blanket further out. But anyway, just pile onto the blanket anything that you're really, 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 really avoiding. And then have your angels double check your piles. Just say, angels, can you please double check my piles? And then go ahead and use gold light and melt the piles. And you don't have to feel anything when you do this. Just imagine your far off pile or your close up pile and use lots of gold light. And the gold fire, gold water, gold soap, whatever, gold sparkles, it can melt the pile. And just keep breathing. Don't try too hard. Just let the gold light that you're sending to your pile melt the pile. So we just melted the stuff that's really, really, like sort of the crux of why you're avoiding at the moment. but let's nourish too. Let's do flower healing so that you're you feel more ready to deal with your, clear whatever you need to clear and address whatever you need to address. So go ahead, and I like using my hands, but you don't have to. But you're gonna just create, as a spirit, a whole bunch of energy healing flowers made of universal healing energy, and you can make them rainbow colors and gold, and just don't overthink about what the color is. Just be like, whoop, I just made them, And these are energy healing flowers to help you be less avoidant, right? To help you be self-assertive, right? Self-assertive and non-avoidant, right? And just make a whole bunch of them. You can even, sometimes I make some and then I multiply them by 100. So I have 100 times more. And then say, angels, can you please double check my flowers? Because that way you don't have to worry that you didn't make them properly. Your angels fix them up for you. Okay, so your angels double checked them. They're all fine now. So go ahead and receive your flowers. Just give them to yourself. Just mush them in with your energy. Let them be absorbed. And you can breathe deeply a few times if you want. So let's do that again. Now you know how, you're really good at it. So go ahead and make energy healing flowers to help you be self-assertive and non-avoidant. And then if you want, you can make 100 times that for yourself. And then just say, angels, can you please double check my flowers? And just go ahead and give them to yourself. To absorb them. And they'll just go wherever they're needed. You don't have to worry. All right, good job, guys. Woohoo! So what did we do? We worked on being less avoidant. I have to start taking notes because I have to put these as notes in the comment section with timestamp links. I don't know if everyone knows that is there usually within a day of the healing. Sometimes it'll take me a few days, but in the comment section of all the recent live streams, they're there. The first comment will be mine, and it'll have a text summary of all the big things that we did in the healing, and then there'll be timestamp links for each of these items, so that you can just click on the link and go right to that part in the healing if you want. Be less avoidant. So to be less avoidant, we use blanket exercise, and then we use flowers. Healing energy flowers. And before that, we did being less scattered. Before that, we did grounding and indie grounding. Before that, we did the intro with my silly little tuba story. It's not silly. He was cute. Okay. So we're gonna have a quiet moment as I check out what people need now. Okay, so this whole time I've been thinking, well, people don't have strong enough grounding. People don't have strong enough grounding. And part of what I mean with that is it's like it's just when you feel it, it's not like, whoa, like there's not enough releasing. It just doesn't feel like enough of a support system. Your grounding. Your grounding, again, is your connection to the core of the earth. Ideally, it would be very wide as your whole aura, all the way around you, and it stays wide all the way down to the core of the earth, right? So we made it stronger by making it indie grounding. We made it stronger by making you helping you be less scattered, and we made it stronger by helping you to be less avoidant. So there's more of you here, so automatically your grounding is like, whoa, bigger, right? Let's do a little bit with non-resistance. Because I think that'll help everything. It'll help grounding, it'll help chakra alignment, it'll help everything. So we still haven't done aura repair. Yeah, we better do aura repair. Just because sometimes people really, really need aura repair, and they're not going to be really good for anything else if we don't do aura repair. So we better get that done. Now that your grounding is pretty awesome. It's time for some aura repair. So your aura is the energy field all around you, right? Above you, around you, beneath your feet even. It's like a big bubble. Because it's generated by your major chakras along your spine, these force fields. So like your first chakra at the base of your spine generates your first layer of your aura that's closest to your body. Second chakra generates the second layer all the way up, right? Seventh chakra generates the outermost layer of your aura. So, but your aura can get ripped if somebody throws energy at it. So you can heal the rips by just imagining them, and then you use the gold light from your hands to clean out the ripped area. And once it's cleaned out enough with the gold light, it'll just start growing back automatically. And you just keep sending gold light while it's growing back until it's done, until it's all better. And then you find some other rip. And a lot of times the rips, well, they can be anywhere, really, in your whole aura. But the top and the back, upper back and the whole back, that's sort of the most popular places that people throw energy. So if you can't see, it doesn't matter. You can still do this. Just make a copy with your intention and of your aura, so the big bubble, and just comb through it with gold light. And just your intention is that the gold light is finding the rips and washing out that area until they grow back, until your aura grows back. And some people, like I have some newbies that have needed aura repair for years and years. Like this is their first healing, and it takes longer if you're doing aura repair for the first time, because everything's like heavier because it's been ripped for a while. So still doable, it just takes like 3 times longer. It takes like 1.5 minutes as opposed to like 30 seconds. So it's not that big a deal. So, but sometimes that's what trips people up, because they learn aura repair and they do it every day, but then somebody whacks them like way more than usual. And so they do their normal 30 seconds and they assume like, oh, okay, I must be done. I did my 30 seconds, and they're not done. And so then like it just gets worse day after day. They think they've done enough, and the aura damage just gets deeper and deeper. So the idea would be to get a sense of what your aura looks like and feels like, just in your imagination, what it's like when it is fully healed, so that you can compare it to what it's like now, so you know if you're done yet or not. The aura gets bigger when it's fully healed, because it's like if like a car tire has a leak in it, it gets deflated, right? But then once you patch the leak in the tire, then you can inflate your tire and it stays inflated, right? That's the same thing with the aura. All right. So when your aura is fully repaired, it should be like a real, like a beach ball, like a round beach ball. You'd think, because your body's kind of long, that when your aura is fully repaired, it'd be more like a long sort of egg shape. But I've just found that if you have your energy, your chakras generate more and more and more energy, it just kind of gets so full and so expanded that it does look more like a ball, a big ball around you. So cool. So we did aura repair. So I think non-resistance, there are a lot of good reasons to do it. I think it still will make the grounding even more effective and stronger, because when you don't resist things, resisting is like your inner sort of freak out. And when you release that inner freak out stuff that you're doing subconsciously, then you just let things go. It's like, you can release things automatically. So it's very efficient. So it will help in that way. But I think in love life, resistance, clearing resistance is very important too, because, people have been in arguments with partners and boyfriends, even, maybe in a past life, if that's never happened to you in this life yet, maybe you're just like a kid, like some of my kid participants. Maybe they haven't had a boyfriend or a girlfriend yet, so there's been no arguments. But you can clear out past life. You can clear baggage from past lives when you've had love life arguments. Maybe even just arguments with parents about that they don't like who you're dating. That I would consider still a love life related argument that could be impacting your energy about your current or future love lives. So, love life relationships. So let's clear resistance. Yay! Your resistance or other people's resistance in your space. Like, example, like, in this lifetime, my husband and I, we're happy. But, in this life, he's African American, Black, depending on what term you like, and I'm Caucasian of European descent. And, for some people, seeing a Black and white couple, they would go into a lot of resistance with that. So likely we both have some of that resistance in our space. We still really enjoy our relationship, but we'd probably enjoy it even more if we cleared out other people's resistance to our relationship. So, yeah. So many, many good reasons to clear out resistance. For one of my single clients, it's possible to be single. It's possible to be in resistance that you've been single for so long. Like, what's going on? What's wrong? And just have like this inner just about it. Like, why have I not found the right person yet? Or and that too can keep you stuck or make you exhausted and demoralized. So we don't want that, right? So let's clear resistance. Let's do stacking and clearing for that. So With stacking and clearing, it's very similar to blanket exercise. Almost the same thing, except, maybe instead of a pile, you imagine, just sort of stacks of them, like books, or you just imagine them lined up in rows or whatever. But if you still want to do blanket exercise, that's okay with this. But anyway, with stacking and clearing, you just stack out in front of you energy blocks, baggage that makes you resist, or other people's resistance that's affecting your love life. So your resistance or other people's resistance that's affecting your love life energy. So just imagine, stacks of energy blocks out in front of you. And they can be far out in front of you if you don't want to feel anything. And then just lots of gold light. You could say, angels, can you double check all this? Make sure it's okay for me to clear all this. The angels are all like, yes, do it, do it, do it. So lots of gold light, just gold light, gold water, gold fire, and just melt away these stacks of energy blocks. Keep breathing. Don't try so hard. Some people are like, oh my gosh, it feels so heavy, Janet. If it feels heavy, just push it a little out from you. Maybe you're just getting a little too up close and personal with what you're supposed to clear. There you go. And if you're still having trouble clearing it, just say, angels, can you please help me clear that? And point to all the energy blocks. So let's do some more of that, because I can see we're going to need to do that a few times. So again, it's a good start though. So just pile out energy blocks out in front of you. You can put them in rows, stacks, whatever you want, piles if you still like that. But energy blocks that are resistance, create resistance in your love life space. So your resistance, other people's resistance, it doesn't matter. It's just stuck energy that creates resistance in your love life space. And just stack it out in front of you. Say, angels, double check my energy blocks, please. And what that does is that your angels will, if there's something that's a little too much for you to clear right now, they'll just move it away and save it to help you clear it in your sleep, help you to clear it over time. So, and then go ahead and just melt these stacks of energy blocks. Use lots of gold light, gold water, gold fire, whatever you want. You can even blow them up too. That's an option. So, I want to double check grounding. Couple people became like they went far away because they thought of what they're resisting and it was too much. So just go ahead, just in case that happened to you, just imagine far off scattered parts of you and just run gold light through them. Stay here, but just you have a copy out in front of you of these far off scattered parts, and just gold light, just tell those parts it's okay, it's okay, it's all right. And just use the gold light to heal those scattered parts of you. And you can remind these scattered parts of you, it's okay. I had my angels double check the stacks. I only cleared what was healthy and gentle. It's all right. So let's also, because we're doing kind of a balance where, you clear stuff, but then you nourish as well. So let's do that with this. We did that earlier with being less avoidant, right? We cleared the energy blocks making you avoidant, and then we gave you flower healing to support that. So we already did stacking and clearing for non-resistance in your love life. So let's now do flower healing. For non-resistance in your love life. Okay, so just lots of energy healing flowers. Just go ahead and make them for yourself, whatever vibration you need of healing energy to be non-resistant in your love life. So make your flowers, whatever, you know, rainbow colors, gold light. And then if you want, you can make 100 times as many. And then just say, angels, can you please double check my flowers? And they'll change them if needed. And then just give them to yourself. Smush them in, let them be absorbed. A couple people were like, oh, I don't deserve these flowers, they're too nice. But just if that you feel that way, just remind yourself, hey, you know, the angels help me make these. They're just right. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, to help you be non-resistant in your love life. And the thing is, you may not even be aware of your resistance. Like maybe you resist when your partner does something, you know, or maybe you resist when your ex-husband does XYZ, you know, or your ex-boyfriend does XYZ. You know, you go into resistance consciously or subconsciously. So this non-resistance stuff, that'll help with that, right? So make energy healing flowers for yourself, gold and rainbow colors, so that you have more and more non-resistance in your love life space. So just make lots of energy healing flowers for yourself for non-resistance in your love life space. And then if you want, you can go ahead and multiply them by 100 or 10 or whatever times. Just make a lot of them for yourself. And then say, angels, please double check my flowers. And then go ahead and give them to yourself. And they'll go wherever they're needed. Good job, guys. Woohoo! That's so cute. Okay, I'm going to check everybody out. So we'll have a quiet moment. I notice extra pressure up here above the head and above the top of the aura. So above the head and in the back and then above the top of the aura. So let's do a little extra unblocking and healing for the whole top part of the aura. Some people, I noticed a few people had aura blackening, where, you know, it's like extra energy blocks that are just sort of massed together that make, rather, like for example, your outer layer of your aura, a nice color for it is purple. If you set your 7th chakra to a purple color with your intention, the 7th chakra in the top of the head for purple, and then once you set it to purple, that's the color it'll generate, and so then it generates the whole outer layer of your aura as purple. But if you have aura blackening, then it'll be like maybe half black, half purple, because the energy blocks are just all stuck together there. So I've talked about in previous healings recently, probably last month, that if that outermost layer has a lot of black in it, it's not as good for safety, energy safety. Because if beings are kind of looking to see if they could take energy, or even people on a subconscious level are looking to see if you're easily manipulated, you know, you look like you're easier to manipulate if you have a lot of aura blackening in that outer layer. So let's just take good care of the upper part of your aura, the whole upper part, and that outermost layer as well. So first, let's comb right above the head and just unblock a bunch up here. So this part will be like upper aura love and care plus 7th layer love and care. All right, so yeah, so right above the head. So you just imagine, like, say you put out your hand right here and say, okay, this is the top of my head, and then just imagine right above there, and just unblock, you know, like right around here, this whole area. Unblock. The energy blocks can look like stacks of books, or like a big stack of white napkins or something. You just melt them with gold light. You can check layer by layer, which I just did. You just sort of go 7th layer, how does that flow up here? 6th layer, 5th layer, 4th layer. 3rd, 2nd, and 1st layers, the inner more ones for people right now are a little too dense still. The outer ones have already opened up, but the inner ones are a little too compressed. So there we go. We're gonna stick in chakra alignment. See, it's like it sounds like I'm jumping all over the place. You know, we're doing upper aura. No, we're doing chakra alignment. No, we're doing this. The reason is because it's all interrelated. Like when you have too much compression up here, it puts too much pressure on your top chakra, which then transfers to all the others. So that's why they misalign usually, is too much heaviness, too much compression right here. So now that we got rid of a lot of the compression there, a lot of people's chakra alignment issues totally resolved, but not everybody's. So you just imagine all 7 major chakras, and you can imagine them like yeah, you can imagine them both inside each other. So the 7th astral is already inside the 7th physical, and just 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're just sort of laid out like this, just like a bunch of open cylinders. If you need to know, like, I have a video, it's linked below all the time later. Beneath the text summary and the timestamp links, there'll be video links. But anyway, it's a 3-video series called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow, and that explains all sorts of cool stuff about the chakras and the auras and the flow and your chakras and your aura layers and the flow and everything. But anyway, so you just imagine your chakras out in front of you, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bunch of open cylinders, and just run gold light through them so they can relax. And unblock. Usually by this time in the healing, we would have done chakra repair, but we didn't do that yet. But we're not going there yet. We'll do it late this time. But this is just a little work on the chakras to get them relaxed. It's like you can just get clogged energy in the round openings. Like say if this is like a copy of a chakra, you know, it's like a cylinder with round openings in the front and the back, right? Energy flows in one end, spins around inside there, and flows out the other end. So you just imagine all the open cylinders and unblock, melt away any blockages blocking the flow in the round openings and around the cylinder part. Yeah, the grounding feels super strong now. It's like, whoa. That's some good grounding now. There we go. All right. So let's go back to more love for the upper part of the aura. So we unblocked above the head, all the aura layers above the head, but then above the top of the aura even. So like here's the top of the aura. So you can have stacks of energy blocks even like up here above your aura and behind the top of your aura too. So just use gold light, like say if this is the top of your aura, you know, just above that. And in the back there too, above the top of your aura in the back. Just imagine if there are energy blocks, just imagine them and melt them with gold light. And again, you know, this is a love life healing, so we want to especially melt away any blocks to your love life up here. Anything that's blocking you from bringing in new positive change energy for your love life. But we want to melt away every block up here, but especially love life blocks. So lots of gold light. Just let the gold light do the work. Breathe deeply. You can even use affirmations. I can have positive change in my love life. I'm open to positive change in my love life. All right, so what were we just doing? We were just unblocking above the top of the aura. I just did a little bit right behind all the chakras right there. Did a little bit meaning unblocking. Okay, so let's just finish the aura stuff that we wanted to do, the melting away the aura blackening, especially in that outermost layer. It's just using lots of gold light. You imagine the blackened parts and just melt them with gold light. And if it's not melting, it probably is melting, may not be melting as fast as you would like. Just try to relax. And, you know, you can ask your angels for help with it too. Angels, can you help me melt this stuff? Or a blackening can be, it's like just a lot of energy blocks that just interconnect and become this huge block. But it can also be like bruising from if you've gotten a lot of aura damage in the past and you've healed up the aura damage, but like some bruising remains. So it can be, you can have aura blackening in sort of the classic places that you normally get damage. Maybe ideally when you do aura repair, you do it till the aura is whole, but then maybe a little extra so that there's no more blackening. Okay, when people get triggered, the energy blocks usually come right to the front of these chakras. So let's just do a little extra unblocking and melting away of triggered energy blocks from right this whole area right here, right in front of chakras 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chakra 7, when you get triggered on that level, it's usually probably right up here, or it's triggered. But anyway, so just the front of your body, just melt away triggered energy blocks. That's very relevant with love life stuff. A lot of times in arguments, people get triggered and then they get cranky. And then they start an argument that they think the other person started, but they really did because they had sort of a negative tone, and their word choice was a little rude perhaps, but they didn't realize it because they were already so triggered. So anyway, don't worry about who started what, just melt away your triggered energy blocks. But yeah, just a heads up, like try not to get into the whole sort of ego thing of who started what and who's toxic and who's not. Because very often, if somebody like kind of blows up and it'll seem out of nowhere, but it could be that the other person has been sort of putting energy in their space for a couple days or courting them in a certain way for a couple days in a row, and then finally the person explodes. So it certainly seems like they're the ones that are toxic. But just so try not to get so attached to who's the devil and who's the angel, like these sort of extreme stereotypes. Just think about boundaries, think about melting your energy blocks, melting cords to the other person, all sorts of good stuff. But anyway, right now what are we doing? We're thinking of triggered energy blocks in front of your tummy area, in front of your chest, that whole area, and just melt them with gold light. Fourth layer, fourth chakra, a lot of times that does have to do with love and self-love. And so, maybe, my story about the tuba player who was cute and I never got to date the tuba player. Maybe that triggered some kind of, fourth layer blocks of yours about, shoulda, coulda, woulda, So just even in your fourth layer in front of you, just melt away any triggered energy blocks that you have there. And it is helpful to try to keep it light. That's why, I don't tell like extremely painful, triggering stories typically, because, I just tell cute ones like the tuba player. Because, it doesn't help. You want to clear the heavy traumatic stuff, but you don't need to dwell on it, so just melt away anything that's, innocently stuck or traumatically, horribly stuck. Just melts the exact same way. Just lots of gold light. Lots of gold light. Just imagine this, what's stuck, and just use the gold light to get it unstuck. And this is why I spent so long making helping to make everyone's grounding really strong. Because when you melt this stuff, you want whatever releases to go all the way down your grounding and get absorbed by the center of the earth really fast. So that way you don't feel weird. It just releases really fast and completely. There we go. So then we can just comb through the grounding, just making sure that the grounding is flowing all the way down, because it can get blocked up like as you're working on yourself. Particularly if you get spacey, that's a sign that your grounding blocked up. So just think of your grounding and imagine if there are any piles that haven't fully melted in your grounding, and just melt them. So they go all the way down to the core of the earth. They get neutralized there and they go back to wherever they belong. The energy goes back to wherever it belongs. Oh, right. Good job, guys. Woohoo. So now we can do things like chakra repair and energy channel repair. And we'll add in that removing manipulation stuff that people may have done. Probably people have done. I mean, I don't think it's probably unlikely, highly unlikely that nobody's ever tried to manipulate, a person in related to love life. Maybe it's a parent that tried to manipulate their adult child not to marry a certain person, or, it's very common that people become very manipulative in love life stuff. Now, why is that? Well, because when the heart chakra gets stuck, typically your point of attention, your center falls down to here. So then you view things in a very dramatic way, like it's all or nothing. He's evil, he's toxic, I'm a saint, blah blah blah. You have to do this, you can't do this. And so then that puts the person in a very manipulative space. So love life is, there are a lot of situations where people get into a manipulative space, but love life is certainly one of those. So I probably don't have to remind a lot of people of this, but just in case, I'll mention it. It is, in my opinion, in my experience as a reader and listener to angels, it's not good karma to manipulate people, even if you think it's in their best interest. It's just not your place to manipulate other people and to take away their free will and to make decisions for them. I mean, yeah, okay, if it's your 3-year-old child, sure, to an extent. There's a level of structure and everything that you do for your 3-year-old child so they don't run in front of cars and stuff. But in general, talking about adults, let's say, you may think that you know what's better for somebody, but from what I've seen, it's just not good karma to control people, even if you're sure that this person needs to do this and this person needs to do that. Putting energy either accidentally or consciously in someone else's energy field to control them is bad karma, and then you end up in some life most likely having to lose your control to somebody so that you learn how important it is to have free will. So just a reminder. Free will is good. But anyway, so what the heck are we doing now, huh? Yeah, we're gonna do chakra repair and energy channel repair, but also remove manipulations that people have done to you in this life or in past lives that are still there. And the reason I was able to delay chakra and energy channel work, usually I would put that at the very front of a healing, but the angels did a lot of prep work with the 101 people. So most of them didn't actually, it wasn't like the most pressing need for chakra repair and energy channel repair. But usually, it's nice to do that stuff towards the beginning. But every time is different. Okay, so chakra repair, energy channel stuff. just make a big gold basin out in front of you. A big basin of gold healing energy, but it can be like water, gold water. It's universal gold healing energy. You just make it nice and big and wide because you're going to have to make 2 composite copies, one for all your chakras and one for all your energy channels. So you can just go ahead and make that. You just make one open cylinder, of energy that is a copy of all your major and minor chakras. So major chakras are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the physical body chakras, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the astral body, 7 major chakras. Those are the major chakras. Minor chakras would be all these wonderful, amazing acupuncture points that are all over the physical body that are super useful and wonderful. Those would be minor chakras, plus there are other little cool, useful minor chakras along the spine as well. So anyway, all major and minor chakras, just represent them in this one composite copy that you're making, right? So it just looks like a round cylinder, but it's a composite copy of all your major and minor chakras of your body and your spirit, right? And just dunk it in the gold light and just let it be healed and repaired and unblocked. And let the gold light melt away energy cords that shouldn't be there. Basically, unless if you have a young child, that if you're the parent to a young child that is 13, 14 or younger, then you can keep the first chakra cord. That would be nice to keep, very nice to keep. But otherwise, you don't need cords at other chakras to your young kids, and you don't need cords to anybody else. So just melt away the cords, let the gold light melt the cords. And repair is like if there are cracks or little pieces missing that you can also use your hands, gold light from your hands while it's soaking in the water. But if you are cooking or something and you can't use your hands, then you can just let the gold light do all the work. Just kind of allow the healing. Just be like, I'm open to healing. I'm open to letting my chakras get healed, by the gold light. So you can leave that composite copy in the gold water because we're going to use it more. But then let's do the composite copy for your energy channels. And it's the same idea, like a long sort of tube to represent all your energy channels. So like major, you have major energy channel of your flowing down your arm, each arm. Major energy channel in your legs, bringing up earth energy. Along your spine, that's basically a major energy channel. But then there are also little, really important but smaller energy channels that all these meridians that bring energy all around your physical body. Some of them are real zigzaggy and kind of interesting how they go. But anyway, they go all around and they're really important. So those are energy channels as well, these traditional Chinese energy meridians, traditional Chinese medicine meridians. So you just make a composite copy that represents all your energy channels of your body and spirit, right? And just dunk that in the gold light too. And just let that gold light repair, because maybe there are little holes, so energy maybe is leaking out of some of these energy channels. So let the gold light repair any holes that shouldn't be there and unblock the energy channels to the extent that's healthy and gentle. So just let that gold light go in the energy channels and unblock them. And you can just breathe, comfort yourself, say, I'm open to being unblocked. I'm open to, letting my energy blocks clear. And also repair the protective force field around the outside of your energy channels. There's a natural protective force field that can get a little beat up and torn up. So just let that repair. And the gold light can repair it as you just let it sit in there, but you can also use your hands. You can imagine the energy blocks in the energy channel and just use extra gold light in this. Imagine the energy blocks in this composite copy and just use extra gold light to melt them. Just move it around, let the gold light do the work too. And any energy cords going into these energy channels, you can melt all those. You don't need any cords going in to any of these energy channels of yours. Okay, so you can just leave both of those composite copies, the one for your chakras, one for your energy channels. Just let them cook there, let them soak. And so now we said, this is a love life healing, right? So you can just clear any energy blocks that are love life related in your chakras and your energy channels that you're ready to clear. So what are we doing? Clearing love life energy blocks in your chakras and your energy channels. You can let the gold light water do that, and you can do it with your hands too. Deep breathe. I can clear my love life energy blocks. And also, let the gold light restore your chakras and your energy channels, because sometimes, all that you've been through maybe has been a little depleting. So you can say, I can receive, I can restore, I can be restored. My love life space can be restored. I can be restored as a person, as a spirit. I can be restored. I am ready to be restored. I'm ready to be healed. And then we can do like what I was talking about, any manipulations, which, you could call black magic or, hocus pocus or witchcraft or whatever. It's just basically people consciously or subconsciously, messing with your chakras or your energy channels. So you just melt them away, melt them out. Any manipulations, love life related manipulations in particular, but any manipulations period that you're ready to clear from your chakras and your energy channels, just let that happen with the gold light. The gold water that is soaking in, just let the gold water melt away any manipulations. And then with your hands too, just melt away any manipulations from anybody in your chakras or your energy channels. Any love life manipulations in particular. And while those are still there soaking in the gold light, you can also, since, you have not always been so evolved, like maybe now that's something that you wouldn't even subconsciously do, but, growth is incremental. So you weren't always this evolved. There were very likely times that you were manipulative towards others in a love life way. So you can just ask your angels, please undo any manipulations that I've done towards other people. Any manipulations at all, but definitely any love life related manipulations I've done towards other people, please undo those. And just gold light maybe in your heart chakra while that happens, so it's just comforting and nice. Deep breath. So again, that request is just, ask your angels to undo manipulations that you've done towards other people. Maybe just subconsciously, maybe consciously, maybe in a past life, you don't really have to think about it. So that is some requests that you could make as often as you want, because maybe there's, like 2 weeks from now, there's more that you're ready to let your angels undo, on a spirit level, from, negative past life situations you got yourself into. So, I think that's always nice to not be so mired in this, oh, perfect evolved you, you never did it. It's just other people doing it to you. You know, that's pretty much impossible that you've always been that evolved, since growth is incremental. In your early lives, you were just as, vulnerable to darkness and dark thoughts as others, most likely. So, um, you know, and the thing is too, if you keep asking your angels to undo any manipulations that you've done, you're going to get more angel help towards getting rid of manipulations that have been done to you, because that way it shows humility, and it shows that you're just, you really want to get out of that whole dynamic of manipulation. So it helps, if you do that, even if, consciously you don't know, you have no memory of, wishing someone ill or lying to somebody about a tuba player. Okay, so using the composite copies, just one more time, we're almost done, but just be like, hey, okay, one more time. Now you can maybe release some extra manipulations because you did your part and you had your angels undo some manipulations that you've done. So maybe now there's some extra manipulations that have been done to you that you can clear now. So I'm going to clear, so go ahead, just use your gold light and clear manipulations that have been done to you. That are in your chakras or your energy channels. Typically, I ask the angels, well, should we work the aura with this too? But typically, like, since the chakras are kind of the engine, and plus the energy channels are kind of really key, they say we're covering all our bases just with working the chakras and the energy channels as far as removing manipulations. So again, what are we doing? We're just removing manipulations from other people that are affecting your love life energy, by just using gold light and a composite copy for all your chakras and a composite copy for all your energy channels. We're just melting away manipulations that are affecting your love life. Okay, good job. So you can go ahead and explode all that, explode the tub of water, explode the composite copies, or give them all to your angels if you don't want to explode anything. Oh my goodness. Good job, you guys. Good job. All right, so I'm gonna just check everybody's energy, see how we're doing, and then I think that we're done, but I need to check and make sure, and then we'll do like a little final angel clean out. So we'll have a quiet moment. See, now that's some grounding. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, guys. Go ahead, redo your gold buffer zones, your super buffers. I haven't mentioned that consciously. I've done it like 3 times on a spirit level. But yeah, just go ahead, redo your super buffers. If you don't know what they are, just have your angels do it, I guess. Just say, angels, can you remake my super buffers? But you can learn about gold energy aura buffer zones from a video that'll be linked below later. Or you could search Janet Wright gold buffers and you'll find that video. It's an 18-minute video. But then super buffers is just like 100 times more gold light. So it's these giant force fields of gold light, that gold flowing healing energy that you attach to the edge of your aura as a protection. And you can remake them when they get torn up. If they get torn up. When they get torn up. Oh, last thing is creative ring repair. A couple people really had their creative rings like just super messed up. I think a lot of people's automatically repaired, but just to make sure, because we did have. So 3 gold rings right above your head. 1, 2, 3. And just so you imagine a copy of them out in front of you, and just they can be ripped up. They could be broken. So just let the gold light repair the rings. Also, you can have energy sort of caked around the outside of them, so it's not just 3 gold rings generating nice gold inspiring energy. So just wash away anything that doesn't belong there around your creative rings. We haven't done vacuum boxes. So let's segue quickly to that. And then that'll be almost the last thing. So vacuum boxes are easy. They're just boxes that you create, temporary boxes that are maybe clear and gold or, you know, rainbow colored. And they suck up beings and other people's energy that doesn't belong in your space when you turn them on with your remote control. And then your angels collect them when you ask them to, right? So they just make these little boxes, these little vacuum boxes, right? So just make a whole bunch in your grounding, make vacuum boxes down there. Make some in front of all your chakras, you know, maybe 7 of them in front of all your chakras, 7 of them behind all your chakras, 7 of them above your head, 7 below your feet, 7 up above your aura, and make, you know, a whole bunch in front of you on your spiritual path, just to unblock your spiritual path in front of you. And maybe some extra ones around your shoulders in the front and back, in front and behind your neck and shoulders. And if this is getting too confusing, just say, angels, can you make all those vacuum boxes for me? But if you can do it, I would say do it. Otherwise, your angels are going to be like, you're being lazy. There you go. Okay. And so now just turn on your vacuum boxes with your remote control so they start to work, sucking up beings and energy, and you can just relax. So I like to have them ding when they're done. Ding, 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 ding. So just say, angels, can you please recycle all my vacuum boxes? All right. Oh, so nice. So that's a fun before and after to feel. If you were just feeling your aura and your grounding, now you can check it out now. It always feels like smoother and silkier, and it's just so nice. All right. So you can just say, angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And so they're going to help you just wrap up. If there are any leftovers that you forgot to clear. All right. Great job, guys. Woohoo! So I'm gonna read a couple comments I have that people have posted. If you have any comments, like a certain part of the healing was your favorite, or you know how you feel right now. If you healed yourself only and I didn't heal you, if you could note that, healed myself, feel blah blah blah. If you received the healing, you could note that, received healing, and then how you feel. You don't have to, but that's kind of interesting to, you know, read if people want. I'll read them out loud. So we'll just have this quick little chat period. In 2 days, we have the Sunday healing, and then 2 days after that, we have the Tuesday healing. Also, after the Sunday healing, there's the Q&A. So there's a Q&A where you can ask a love life related question or just energy related question. I'm welcoming especially love life related questions for the Sunday Q&A that we'll be doing. And those events are already posted on my YouTube page for the Q&A and the Sunday healing and the Tuesday healing. So you should be able to see those already on my YouTube page. Okay, so I'm gonna look, and this will be quick because I don't want this video to be like 3 hours long. So if I don't get to your question, just post it under the video later if you want, and I'll get to it then. I'll post a reply, or save it for the Q&A that we'll do on Sunday. Someone says, I'm so excited for this. I totally feel like I'm absorbing other people's energy via my shoulder muscles, so this is great. Well, good. I'm glad you like the healing. Someone says, do you think it's half-assing to just receive the healing and not also do it as well myself? No, if it were me, I think I would just chill out and receive. Like if I go get acupuncture, I haven't since the pandemic, but when I go get acupuncture, I just chill out and relax and let my angels help me, on a subconscious level. I don't consciously do it. I mean, if I were my client, I would work the heck out of the video later, but I probably would just relax and, have my beverage and, I might watch, the energy and, what happens in my energy field. That would be fun to kind of just watch. But it's not like I would prevent myself from healing, but I would probably just think of being as open as possible to the healing. So no, it's not half-assing. I'm feeling so tired, but obviously don't want to be lazy. Yeah, no, I think just focusing on letting go and releasing is not lazy. Hi, Janet. Doing it all myself today. Feeling great. How am I looking? You are looking good. A little bit of aura blackening in the upper back. 6th and 7th layer blackening back there. Otherwise, nice. A little bit of compression in the first layer of your aura. So you could focus on those areas. Hi, Janet. Someone says, yes, hi. Someone says, was swimming in the sea before the call, so I should be well grounded. Oh, yay for you. That's great. Yes, you should be well grounded with that. Greetings. Joining in belatedly to listen. Paid for the healing. So glad that I don't have to do it all on my own today. That's right. You actually received healing. Been feeling triggered by my menstrual cycle this week. Yeah, so menstrual cycle, or as I like to call it, the monthly miracle time. The monthly miracle time, it typically triggers second chakra stuff. Second chakra, second layer, emotions. So it just, it'll dredge up energy blocks that weren't triggered otherwise. So just extra clearing in the second chakra, second layer. And grounding, extra grounding, unblocking, just to make sure the release is going properly. Like these bottom 2 layers, first and second layer, just unblock those extra, unblock the first and second layers around your aura extra, unblock first and second chakras extra. That would take care of most of the symptoms, I would think, that you're dealing with. Well, probably all of them. Hopefully all of them. But that video, get present in second and first chakras, would be good for that. My grounding got so much stronger after stacking and clearing for avoidance. Am I present in all 7 now? Yes, you are present in all your chakras right now. Thanks for the feedback about stacking and clearing up for avoidance, helping the grounding get stronger. Yeah, that was fun today. Usually I don't think about that, but everybody's grounding got a lot more powerful. So it says, why do you say you don't read the future? You are deaf psychics. So is it because it can change due to free will, or is it dangerous, manipulative to tell it, or is it really just not ever known? Yes. Kind of. Yeah, it's being psychic. First of all, it doesn't mean you're omnipotent, Doesn't mean you can do everything. And second of all, there are ethical ways that if you're smart, you will give yourself pretty strong guidelines so that you don't harm others, so that you don't harm your karma for lifetimes to come. So yes, reading the future is very easily and very often manipulative. Very easily, it can be a situation where someone loses their free will because then they really buy into whatever version of the future the reader read, even if it is a real reader, reading the future. A lot of times it's just not clear to the client that they could change their future, by retuning their present energy. So it very often can be manipulative and controlling. And plus there's human error too. So you could just read wrong, and that is a harm in and of itself. So yeah, there's a lot of harm that could be done as a future reader. So, it's not anything I'm interested in. And by giving myself ethical boundaries, I feel like the angels help me more because they know that I'm trying to help and not harm. I'm really trying. So I get extra angel help because of that. So, and also a lot of people, when they hear that term psychic, they assume that I read the future, and they don't understand. Like, there's wellness readers and then there's future readers. A lot of times future readers, they're not helping you to be more balanced. They're just like, it's like, what's my future? What's my future? Tell me my future. And those people, those clients, they're never going to work on their peace of mind or anything. They just want to buy into some pleasant version of their future, so it's pretty much the opposite of anything I would want to do. So yeah. So that's sort of the tip of the iceberg of the explanation, but that's part of it. Okay, good question. Thank you, Janet. You're welcome. Angels, I am so ready to have my manipulations of others undone. Yeah, me too. I feel great. I'd been feeling recently drained and anxious the past few weeks, but I feel so much better. I was part of the healing. Good, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad this helped. Someone says, thanks. Looking forward to Sunday and Tuesday. You're welcome. Very welcome. Thank you, Janet. Feeling good. Thanks, Janet. Thank you for the powerful healing. You are welcome. Healed myself, Janet, and feel good, but I'm exhausted. LOL. Yeah, grounding. Unblock your grounding. Your grounding's like a big, it's like oatmeal where you didn't put enough water in, and so it just gets a big glop. Just like blow up all the glops in your grounding. Like redo them. Like maybe gold fire and just burn all those glops away, and comb through your grounding, and just no more oatmeal. It's got to be flowing water. Get rid of the glops of oatmeal in your grounding. And because you did a lot of work, but there's a lot more that you're trying to release, and it's not releasing through the oatmeal. So you just gotta keep gold fire, gold water in your grounding. Just get it all down, get it all melted. Even ask your angels for help with that. Okay, so it says, I feel so tired, like after a good massage. Is it because I'm releasing a lot? Yeah, I think your angels just need you to take like maybe an hour nap if you have time today, or like 10 minutes if you don't have time for an hour. But yeah, it's an angel thing. They're trying to get you to go to sleep soon. Not for long, but it's like a reset. You need to kind of go out and then finish clearing for a sec and then come back. So yeah, your angels are just trying to get you to take a nap. Hi, Janet. The healing had really heavy spots, but then kaboom. Curious? That's a hard statement to interpret, my love. The healing had really heavy spots, but then kaboom. Curious? Yeah. You're being a little enigmatic for me there. Heavy spots, but then kaboom. I'm thinking that sometimes your grounding was too blocked and then it wasn't. You did have aura damage at the start of it, but you seem fine now. So I hope that answers your question. Hi, Janet. What has been blocking me meeting my soulmate? That's a good Q&A question because it's a very big issue. I would say between then and now, the Q&A and now, you can just look at, doing stacking and clearing for any energy blocks that are slowing down your love life progress. Okay, so stacking and clearing or blanket exercise for any energy blocks that are slowing down your love life manifesting. How about that? Hi, Janet. Received the healing today. Feeling pretty drained. How am I doing? I'm hoping that you've been feeling pretty drained before the healing and not just from the healing, but I'm not exactly clear from your comment. I think that's what you mean, though. You're looking good. Before you had a lot of 3-2-1. You had some chakra damage. When I looked at you yesterday, you had creative ring damage and you had chakra damage in your lower chakras, 3-2-1, and your creative rings were just smashed. So somebody's got your number and they've been a little extra invasive. So just maybe make a note in your notes, chakra repair, creative ring repair. Because I think what happens is you're very good at aura repair, but you don't check to see if the damage got deeper than that. And then you can't feel 100% again if you don't fix all the damage that was done. So chakra repair, creative ring repair. But we did all that now, so I think you're just catching up. Also, your daughter's in your space, so just say hi to her on a spirit level. Remind her she has angels so she can leave your space. I'll leave that to you. You're pretty good at it when you want to get her out of your space, so just send her back in a really nice way. Okay, there is some burning in my right butt cheek, which just started during the call. Any idea? So funny. Oh, left butt cheek, not the right butt cheek. People are so funny. I think you had a grounding issue beneath that, and then it was just backing up. A bunch was backing up. Yeah, I just think and it's more like first layer around that area. It's not exactly a butt issue. It's more of a first layer issue around your butt. So just work on releasing on both sides, down your grounding and comb through your first layer of your aura around your butt and your legs and your bottom of your feet. Someone says, feels like a giant heavy weight was lifted off my shoulders, clearing the manipulation stuff. Thank you. Good. I'm glad that helps. Thank you for the feedback. Feeling good. I got a danbarite crystal for my angels. Okay, well, good. I'm glad that you found a rock that you like to work with. Someone says, I feel like I'm carrying a lot, healed myself, but wondering how much damage I still have a hard time telling if I've gotten it all. Is that normal at first? Oh yeah, that's super normal. I mean, yeah, very much. Normally for newbies, you can't tell what the heck you did. I mean, you do the video, but you're like, I hope it helped. I don't know. So I already gave you feedback about the oatmeal grounding, so just work that, and then you can ask again in the Q&A that I'll be doing. There's a separate Q&A live stream in 2 days. Someone says, how is my son doing? Oh, who got the healing? Yeah. He, where did I put him? I like finding him on the list. Oh yeah. He wasn't so bad before when I checked on him yesterday. He was pretty decent. What helped him the most was clearing the avoidance and working on the non-resistance, but clearing the avoidance was big. Fortunately, that'll be a theme, in probably both Sunday and Tuesday, so that'll keep helping him. But he's good. He likes the healings. I mean, he's actually in 7 through 2 at the moment. I don't think that'll last, but he'll probably go to 7 through 3. So nice. I did half and half. Energy feels lovely and light. So I think you mean you got the healing and you did some, so good. I'm glad you feel good. Back feels great, like a chiropractic adjustment. Posture better too after that manipulation device healing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good to just, and also definitely, ask your angels. Angels, please undo any manipulations, any love life manipulations that I've been a part of. Please undo them. Because the thing is, those things don't go away. Like the lady that messed me up about the tuba player. That doesn't automatically get out of my energy field, and so she's still karmically weighed down by what I'm experiencing, but lucky for her, I cleared it out a long time ago. But anyway, so if you did manipulations a long time ago, they could very well still be affecting various people all around, and so it's just good to get out of that. Just angels, please undo any love life manipulations that I've done in my past, recently too. Just undo them all. Because that way, when you try to undo manipulations that have been done to you, it's much more effective. Because you can't, you gotta lighten up all the way. That's how it works properly. You can't, be hateful and resentful and control others and then be like, well, nobody should do it to me. All right, cool. So on that interesting, quirky note, we can end the live stream. So you guys are awesome. I think you're fabulous. And I will see you in 2 days. Okay? So bye.